Welcome to 2K Sports live Saturday night coverage of the NBA. Thanks for tuning in. Chris Webber's joining us at the broadcast table alongside Greg Anthony and David Aldridge on the sideline. This is Kevin Harlan. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, for all of the star power Blake Griffin had when he was in Los Angeles, it was tough for him to be the leader of the Clippers. There were bigger voices in the locker room, such as CP3 and Doc Rivers. But Pistons coach Dwayne Casey said, in Detroit, he's definitely the leader. When he speaks, everybody listens. This is his team. Kevin?
Yeah, and he has their confidence. David, thank you. Well, we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Capella.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Rose is out there with Kennard. Then there's Doumbouya. Then it's John Henson, and it's Griffin in at the 4 spot. And for Atlanta, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Trae Young is out there with Reddish. And it's Capella in at the 5.
You look back at the Blake Griffin trade, many thought the Pistons gave up too much, but it's worked out for them.
Yeah, losing the picks for Griffin, you have to admit it did hurt. But people forget that Griffin is a star player, and he reminded those same people last year. He's become the leader for this franchise as they try to move forward.
Young drives in. Basket good.
And the work ethic coming into play there. I like how Young can just focus on the task at hand.
And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Detroit Pistons. Their last encounter was in Detroit.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
And Greg, they just appeared lost out there. I mean, it seemed like they were scrambling on the defensive end of the floor.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
The Atlanta Hawks coming to this one after the win against the Spurs in San Antonio. Young with the steal. Fast break, here we go. Here's Reddish. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. It's stolen by Capella. It's Collins with the drive. And finished off by Collins.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates.
Now the Pistons with it. 8-point game. Rose passes to Griffin. Here's Kennard. Defended by Young. Looking to end the run. Kennard's shot is off.
You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
Young inside. Kicks it out to Collins. In the corner, it's Hunter. Stolen by Doumbouya. Stolen by Collins. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
Now their first miss after a perfect 4-for-4 start. Still, I really like the game plan they've come out with. 0 for 3, not the start they're looking for.
And Reddish with the slam.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Pistons have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Yeah, lots of sloppy play in that one. Several key miscues. They just couldn't overcome the mistakes.
I mean, they were their worst own enemy in that game. I mean, they kept on shooting themselves in the foot.
And let's check out some stats. Here are the numbers for Hunter. Averaging 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
Henson, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Rose against Young. Back to Collins. Rebound, Detroit.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
Over to the left wing. Doumbouya kicks to Kennard. Rose against Young. Rose passes to Griffin. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Here's Kennard. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. When you're a championship contender, Chris, what are the aspects, the characteristics of an offense that is needed to get to that level?
You have to be balanced. You just can't be an inside team that can't shoot threes. You can't be a team that just shoot threes. You have to have guys that can dribble, that can get their own shot. You need guys that can catch and be standstill shooters as well, so that when you have the guys that dribble and get that space, their hands are ready and they're already ready. They're already prepared to shoot. And then it'd be really nice to have a post player, a dominant inside finisher, a guy that once he gets it in the painted area, everyone's going to have to watch out because he's going to dunk on him and make a poster.
An athletic forward with a versatile skill set. Hunter has also proven he can come up big in big moments.
No good on the second free throw. Floor spacing, Chris, now so big in the NBA. And big men have the room to put up some unbelievable numbers.
Oh, man, look at Lopez out there in Buxton. I mean, look what he's doing in Milwaukee, just shooting threes from deep. The same, you got to go to Embiid, Porzingis, and we already seen what the great Dirk Nowitzki has done through his career spacing the floor. Look, it adds time on to your career because you don't have to just go down there and bang and be one-dimensional in the paint. It makes your teammates better because now you're spacing the floor, which gives them room to drive. And if you're really working on your game, you can really make your teammates better because now you have more passing lanes because you're further away from the basket. So as any post player knows, it's a blessing to be surrounded by great shooters, and now big men, they got a little more room out there.
Griffin looking it over. Tipped away. Stolen by Collins. Here's Reddish. Oh!
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Well, you think defensively that you try to pack in the lane, but then that opens up some opportunities for their shooters.
Now here's Rose. Really had troubles in that loss to Boston. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Teague, he's checked in for Young. On defense, the Hawks. Outside, Griffin. Rose against Teague. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Kennard. Detroit, no good that time either.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
And Capella, the bucket, on the assist by Teague.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Detroit Pistons. Looking for the first basket of the game. Poked away. It's stolen by Capella. Pass to Reddish. Outside Collins. Passes to Hunter. Takes the 3. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Rose. Offensive rebound. Griffin. And that's good. A nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And the athleticism of Griffin, just remarkable. He's fantastic at using his elevation on the glass.
Now here's Teague. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. To the inside. Tries from 10. And it's Capella missing.
That's a break for the D right there. I mean, he takes advantage of open looks inside more often than not.
Pistons trail by 18. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Back to Kennard. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And that's the role they want for Rose, getting guys going through his passing, especially when he can find them in rhythm.
Now here's Teague. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. To the wing on the left, shoots the three. Another three for Atlanta.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Rose against Collins. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And a guy who's averaged as many as 7 free throws a game in his career, Rose knows how to get to the line.
Detroit shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
No good on that one.
And you got to love watching Rose play the game. His intense style can be infectious out there, and I think it really does elevate his teammates.
And he sinks the second. Now Teague. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Capella. Back to Teague. There's the pass to Collins. Shot clock at 6. And it's good. 2 points. Collins has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Here's Rose. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Pass to Dumboya. Top of the key, Griffin. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Collins.
He plays with such rabid intensity. We love how hard Griffin goes at it. He's skilled at drawing the contact.
Well, Blake Griffin has been working on that three-pointer now, Chris, for a while. Has gotten to where it's a factor.
Yeah, Kevin, and you're right. And for Blake, he doesn't need to make a ton of threes for it to be effective. All he has to do is keep the defense honest with it so they respect it enough where it opens up the rest of his offense.
2 shots.
That one is off. There are a lot of people that say, Chris, the European players are more fundamentally sound overall. Are they right?
Well, I think when you look at a guy like Doncic or Dirk or Porzingis,
Yes.
You're taking the best of the best and you're creating a whole field. So I can't say overall. I would say they've had some players that have come in and wowed us, and that's awesome. But also you have those guys going pro at the age of 13, 14, 15 years old, and so I think they may miss out on some of the other things that life has to offer, like a normal high school experience, those type of things. But I tell you what, it's a copycat league and it's a copycat game, and so once you see players that are 7 foot coming over, shooting, passing, dribbling, I think you can say guys like Kevin Durant and others, I think you can say they're pretty sound overall. So I don't buy into that theory, but I do think for a lot of Europeans, being a professional early helps you transition into the NBA a little bit better maybe than guys coming out of college off of 1 year.
I would agree. Brown outside. Pass to Maker. To the paint. Here's Snell. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Maker.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Snell. So for the Hawks, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Collins. Kevin Huerter comes in for Hutter. And it's Bembry in for Reddish. Christian Woods checked in for Detroit. Jordan McRae comes in for Derrick Rose. Outside Teague. Pass to Capella. Out of bounds, Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession. And a moment here to see the standings for the Eastern Conference. And you know, guys, some interesting stories have unfolded here as we move through the middle of the season. You look at the Hawks. They're fourth in the conference and looking to make a move the latter part of the season. And, of course, the Pistons. They just haven't had the type of record they've wanted.
And, you know, right now for Atlanta, they were a team that no one knew quite what to make of entering the season. But as the years gone on, it's become clear they're legit contenders.
There are still some very strong teams above them, Greg. So, yes, they are contenders, but I wouldn't call them favorites just yet.
Here's McRae after the basket by Atlanta. On the wing, Brown. Dedmon with the block. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And I love that Teague didn't slow up when he got inside and went right in and drew the foul.
The Hawks shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
First one falls for him.
Well, Jeff Teague, one of the more calm players at the line, always looks to be in control.
And so Teague hits two free throws. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 5 rebounds tonight. Teague, the pass to Huerter. Knocked away. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Snell kicks to Maker. The pass to McRae. Pass to Snell. Passes it to Maker. Lets it go with a 3. Drills it from outside.
A sharp weapon for Maker. Active and trying to get himself going from beyond the arc.
Teague surveying the D. Here's Bembry. He's covered by Brown. Bembry the pass to Capella. The Hawks working the ball around. Dedmon kicks to Teague. Here's Huerter. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Brown outside. Pass to Wood. Now the pass to Maker. And that one is off. Good work defensively by Capella.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Now here's Capella. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game.
And a coach that players love is Dwayne Casey. Very vet-friendly, sticks up for his guys in every post-game interview.
Casey is very measured in his approach. He can be a bit slow to change at times, but his players appreciate the consistency.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Chris, this is a specialty of yours. Which current bigs are best at finishing contested shots right at the rim?
Oh, well, I'll tell you this. The best big in the league last year, averaging 17 points, scoring in the paint, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yes.
I mean, he'll dunk on anybody. Move out the way. He finishes. What about Embiid inside? What about Gobert? What about Boogie Cousins? Should I continue? I can keep going because the big man is back, baby.
Now here's Teague. Jones, that's for two. No good on his first attempt of the game. Here's McRae. Snell, the pass to Maker. Makes it off the glass. Maker's got 5.
Showing he has some touch. Now for Maker, it's more about adding the muscle so he can become more dangerous.
Pass to Dedmon. 1:11 left here in the opening quarter. And Jones has it in the corner. Dedmon inside to end the cold streak. And he overshot that one, missing.
His interior scoring is one of the things that drives their offense. Don't expect him to miss many of those.
Pistons trail by 17. Here's McRae. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Teague, and it's slammed in by Teague.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, you got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
And the Pistons with possession here after the basket by Atlanta. Here's McRae. Teague covering. McRae, no good.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup. That'll get the whole team pumped up.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Count it.
Oh, a little touch of class there at the end of the play as he is able to convert on the finger roll.
Teague with the ball. Passes it to Dedmon. Inside. Left side, Jones. Dedmon kicks to Teague. With 4 seconds on the clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, when Teague has a step or two on the drive, he'll shield the ball and do his best to draw contact.
The Hawks have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. The first free throw is good. And so Teague gets 2 free throws. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll return shortly. A unique upbringing for Clint Capella. Spent years in a welfare orphanage in Switzerland. He said he never imagined he'd come this far.
Even as a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about that far. I always said it's even past my dreams. I mean, now I'm just living the moment, trying to work hard as I can, and just enjoy the present. Enjoy the present.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Hawks, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, and now they got to find a way to keep it going, keep growing that lead.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. We've got Maker. Tony Snell is out there with Wood. Then there's McCray, and it's Brown in at the 2 guard. Pistons passing it around. Here's McCray. Pass to Brown. Pulls up. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3. The Hawks leading by 17. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was the 2018 Coach of the Year, but as we all know, he was fired after that same season by the Raptors. Casey's found a home in Detroit. Casey said, "I have no regrets." Winston Churchill said, "Success consists of going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. And that's what I've done." So, Kevin, Dwayne Casey is still pounding the rock.
He sure is, and I like that Churchill quote as well. Thanks, David. Maker misses.
The rotation in the D could be better here. It'll cost them next time if it's not.
Here's Young. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Young's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And there's the pass to Wood. Back to Snell. 4 on the clock for the 3. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. The Hawks leading by 21. Young outside. Pass to Jones. Over Maker. And he can't bank that one in. For Detroit, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeAndre Bembry. That is his first foul of the game. For the Hawks, Collins checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Hunter comes in for Kevin Huerter. And it's Reddish in for Bembry. Then for the Pistons, John Henson's checked in for Thon Maker. Doumbouya comes in for Tony Snell. And it's Kennard in for Brown. Now, here's Doumbouya. 8 points his last outing. Kennard, the pass to Henson. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
Young taking his time here. Here's Hunter. That one doesn't drop. And the Pistons now going the other way. And Kennard came into the league viewed mostly as a shooter, but he's been able to provide much more than that.
I mean, better than you think when he puts the ball on the floor. Learning how to lean into defenders and step back to open up the shot is a better playmaker than he gets credit for, and we should see him take on a larger role as he develops.
Now here's Jones. No points in the game yet for him. From deep, Collins. Rebounded by the Pistons. Doumbouya passes to Wood. Doumbouya kicks to McCray. Passes it to Wood. Here's McCray. And Jones sends it back.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. This really hurt me.
And Reddish with the slam.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Here's McCray, defended by Young. Henson the pass to McCray. It drops for his second made shot of this game. An unimpressive 2 of 7, though.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
No question, GA. I mean, it takes skill and a certain level of fearlessness.
Now, here is Young. A 38-point game for him in the win against San Antonio.
While he was doing that, I mean, dropping buckets. He was keeping everybody else involved, too. I mean, he had a tremendous night facilitating.
Here's McRae. His three-pointers off the mark.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The NBA will play a regular season game in Paris for the first time. Hornets and Bucks. Chris, you're planning to be there for that, aren't you?
Such a beautiful city. Can't wait. And think about all our players from France that are here now that are doing such great things in the NBA. It's going to be awesome for them to get to go home and do it in front of their families.
That free throw good from Reddish. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Atlanta. Then for the Pistons, Blake Griffin. He's checked in for Christian Wood. And it's Rose in for McRae. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Pistons trailed by 19. Here's Kennard. And he uses the glass on the layup. Kennard's got his second bucket tonight.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Rose against Young. Outside Collins. Hawks passing it around. Reddish kicks to Hunter. Shoots over Doumbouya. Hunter no good. Detroit's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Off target with his 3. And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
You know, such a selfless player. I love how Young stays consistent in how he involves his teammates.
The Hawks have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. And that one misses.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Shots good by Kennard.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
Young passes to Capella. Back to Young. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Pistons. Anson's got his 6th rebound on the night. And it's Doumbouya in the corner. Rebound Atlanta. Collins has got 4 rebounds in this game. Young passes to Capella. Launches it. Here's Hunter. Tries again. Doumbouya pulls it in. Doumbouya's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Rose, fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Yeah, and Rose is used to getting knocked around, especially with the force he drives the basketball. But how about the exceptional body control there?
Jeff Teague, he's checked in for the Hawks.
One shot.
And Rose, no good on that one. The Hawks leading by 14. Teague drives in. Here's Reddish. Atlanta again missing.
Now, look, even if he had other places to go with the ball, that's a good shot. You can't blame him for letting that one fly.
And John Henson with the slam.
Well, this is what Griffin gives you. Excellent vision, excellent decision-making with the ball in his hands.
Atlanta's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Teague against Rose. And it's slammed in by Teague.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Here's Rose following the bucket by the Hawks. Doumbouya gets a wide open look. A three-pointer off the mark.
Even for a player who's not a three-point specialist, I mean, that's a shot you got to knock down.
Out to the wing. Teague for three. That shot is off. Now the Pistons take it the other way. Here's Kennard. Here's Doumbouya. And there's another one for the Pistons.
Not sure how he gets that pass off. I thought for sure he was going to pull the trigger.
Rose against Teague. Pass to Capella. Outside Collins. Fires from deep. Bangs home the trifecta. Collins has got 9 points.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
Rose passes to Griffin. And Capella sends it back.
And you can't throw up weak stuff around Capella. He takes pride in sending shots back.
Hunter, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Now Hunter, after Sekou Doumbouya misses from long range. And here's Collins from outside. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And the foul on Cam Reddish. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Hawks making a switch here. Bembry's checked in. Akers checked in for the Pistons. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Hunter. And Detroit with a change here too. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. Back to Rose. Rebounded by Capella. Atlanta leading by 15. Huerter passes to Collins. Rebounded by the Pistons. For Detroit, they have shot just above 55% of the line, going 5 of 9.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Tony Snell's checked in for Doumbouya. And Brown drops them both. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Now, here's Capella. From 8. Good on the jump shot. Capella's got 6 points.
Terrific at catching in there at the basket. I mean, his hands are great. Capella uses that size to his advantage.
Pistons trail by 15. And here's Rose. Down low. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. Shoots over Capella. Atlanta with the rebound. Collins has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Huerter passes to Capella. Right side, Collins. Unloads from 9. That shot missing. And Detroit the other way now.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Outside Rose. Just 5 on the clock. The pass to Maker. Over Teague. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
It's good. Teague's got 4 points in the quarter.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Pistons trail by 17. 43 seconds left in the first half. Back to Snell. Brown outside. Shoots a 3. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating to the left wing. He gets it in there. 8 points for him.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Here's Griffin. And Capella sends it back. Here's Bembry. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Atlanta taking a 19-point lead into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, you guys are down right now. How do you get back into the game?
Well, the thing about it is we got to have some want-to, some defensive toughness, some grit. We're not playing with that. I saw none of that in our first few minutes of the game. I've got to see some focus and some fire.
I know you'll look out for it, Case. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. I guess Shaq's not here today. If your name is Kenny the Jet Smith, raise your hand, please. There. And I'm Kevin Harlan. After 2 quarters, it's Atlanta out in front. They are dominating the scoring, leading by 19. Kenny, what's your take?
Well, when Cam Reddish gets in the zone, he scores in bunches. Inside, outside, off the break, doesn't matter. He can turn it on and off whenever he wants.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
Sloppy ball, way too many wasted possessions, chucking up threes, missing them. I could hit more threes than that, Ernie. I hope they're talking right now about getting the ball inside, because that's what it's going to take. If they were hitting more threes, that'd be a different story. But if was a fifth, Ernie, you know the rest.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Cam Reddish.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Reddish out there with Bembry. And it's Capella in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Lloyd Pierce.
And Derrick Rose certainly equipped athletically to punish teams in the paint.
Bembry the pass to Collins. Kicks it to Reddish. Pass to Hunter from downtown. The shot off that time. The Pistons go the other way with it. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. Offline with his 3. Atlanta leading by 17. And for Blake Griffin, always a great outside shooter for the power forward position, Greg, but he's added range the last few seasons.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Griffin go from a guy who might take 1-3 a game to someone putting up about 6 a night. The results have been there for him as he shoots a respectable rate from beyond.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Hunter. Young's checked in for Atlanta. So he gets them both. Here's Kennard. The dish to Rose. Nice ball movement by Detroit. From the stripe, and he hits the jump shot. Kennard's got 9 points.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, in Blake Griffin, the Pistons have their biggest star in years, probably going back to their championship team of 2004. A return to all-star form for Blake meant tremendous individual numbers last season. And the Pistons hadn't won a playoff game in more than a decade. Still not the result they want in 2019. The Pistons will be trying to capitalize during Blake's prime. Kevin, we'll see where this franchise goes from here.
We sure will, David, but he's a terrific player. Thank you so much. Here's Griffin, following the basket by Trae Young. Here's Rose. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. He kicks it to Reddish. Back to Young. Passes it to Reddish. 6 to shoot. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 4th assist in this one.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Pistons trail by 19. Pass to Griffin. The shot misses, and it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Here's Reddish. Rebound by the Pistons. Benson's got 11 rebounds in the game. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's Griffin. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Collins.
He's a minute close to the rim. When Griffin gets the ball in the position he wants, you got to whack him.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. That free throw good from Griffin. And the last 2 drafts, the Atlanta Hawks aggressively making trades to assemble this roster.
And drafting DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, great length and versatility on the wings. You pair that with Trae Young and John Collins, and that's an exciting young core for the Hawks.
The Hawks making a switch here. Dedmon's checked in. Blake Griffin hits them both.
Very rich history for Detroit Pistons. They've been a part of the sports scene in Detroit since 1957, and they have 3 championships to their name.
Now, here is Young. He's got 8 from past the arc. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And the effortless shooting motion. Young's 3-point jumper is just poetry in motion and has it on automatic.
outside Griffin. There's the triple. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Griffin's got 5 points now this quarter. Well, you look back at the title teams for the Pistons. There were a lot of them. Chris, which team was your favorite?
Oh, man. Well, growing up in Detroit, I'd have to go back to the Bad Boys in 89, 90, just watching them get through Boston and then, dominate the Bulls of that time. They went back-to-back winning championships. That was incredible. And it was something special, though, about my boys in the 2014. Sheed, Ben Wallace, Rip, those guys. That was fun to watch as well.
As hot as he's been, it still has to be him who leads the charge and helps turn this game around.
And Young kicks to Reddish. The pass to Capella. Dishes it to Reddish. Here's Dedmon. Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Here's Kennard. 9 points in the game so far. Now here's Griffin. Dedmon with the block, and he gets it back. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Hunter. Rebounded by the Pistons.
His scoring has not been there at all tonight. I mean, it tells you a lot about their team that they have the lead anyway.
Rose. And Capella sends it back. Here's Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Oh, that's how you drive your point home right there. Pistons trail by 19. Here's Rose. And close in the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game.
An 85% mark from the line. There aren't too many players in the league who are going to sport a much better percentage.
And he makes the first. And the Hawks making a change here. Jones is checked in. Christian Woods checked in for Detroit. Jordan McRae comes in for Doumbouya. Both free throws good from Rose.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Young against Rose. Over in the corner, Reddish. Pass to Hunter.
Looking now at the numbers for Blake Griffin. Really been a key contributor over the past month. He's putting up about 17 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
I think if you talk to anyone on this team, they believe in his abilities 100%.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. Now Rose. He's got 12. Here's Wood. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint. And Young kicks to Hunter, to the middle. Jones dishes to Hunter. Young outside. 5 on the clock. And it's Jones, that time on the assist from Young. Young's got his 7th assist here tonight.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easy it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Pistons trail by 18. Rose scanning the floor. Passes it to Griffin. Over Jones. And there's another one for the Pistons.
Once he turned it on, he became a force in this game. Not sure where this guy was in the first half.
Rose against Young. Now here's Reddish. Defense right on him. Here's Hunter. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Hawks lead by 18.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard. And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Young against Rose. Hunter, the pass to Young. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Detroit with the ball. Pistons trail by 16. Rose kicks to McCray. He dishes it to Griffin. Just 5 to shoot. Up again. It's good on the putback. Woods got 6 points in the quarter.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. And Jones slams it home.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Some bad shot selection as well as some bad luck. I mean, that's not going to help you score points.
Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for the Hawks. Teague comes in for Reddish. Then for the Pistons, Thon Maker's checked in for Griffin. Tony Snell comes in for Rose. And it's Bruce Brown in for Luke Kennard. Now here's Maker. 5 points in the game. Down low, here's McCray. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And that's smart basketball. Maker showing nice awareness there, spotting the open man.
Pass to Jones. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's McCray. 6 points for him. Here's the three. Another three for Detroit.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Now, here is Young. 11 points in the game. And Huerter gets it to go.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And the pass to Wood. In the corner, Snell with it. There's the three. That one's not going to go. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Here's Teague. Dedmon in the corner. Fires for three. That's good. And so Teague with the assist. Teague's got his 5th assist in this one. Pistons trail by 18. Here's McCray. 9 points in the game so far. Snell, the pass to McCray. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Over Dedmon. And there's another one for the Pistons.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
Brown against Teague. That one, no good. Some solid defense from Brown. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That'll be his second foul of the game. For the Pistons, Doumbouya is checked in for Tony Snell. And it's Rose in for Jordan McRae. Rose against Young. Rose kicks to Wood. Back to Rose. 1:44 left in the third quarter. Doumbouya passes to Brown. Here's Wood. All sorts of time. The offensive rebound. Outside Rose. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. He shot 3 of 5 from the line. The free throw drops for Rose. Atlanta making some changes. Collins comes in for Jones. And DeAndre Bembry's subbed in for Young. Rose hits them both. 1:30 left to play here in the third. Here's Teague. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Detroit. On Monday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards. Then on Wednesday, they'll tip off a homestand starting with the Sacramento Kings.
And looking at that Nets matchup, you know they're going to be amped up for that one. And they'll need to be. That's going to be one tough game for that group.
Free throw good. Teague. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. And so Teague hits 2 free throws. We've got 1:23 left in the third. Rose passes to Maker. Kicks to Doumbouya. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Bembry the pass to Herter, and it's blocked. Here's Rose. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
And that's the Derrick Rose of old. Full speed ahead and bursting to the rim.
Here's Teague, and it's slammed in by Teague.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
So it's the Pistons now after the basket by Atlanta. Wood kicks to Doumbouya. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, easy call.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That's good from Doumbouya. Good on both. Teague with the ball. 14 points for him. There's 18 seconds left here in the third quarter. Collins passes to Teague. Out left to the wing. Here's Bembry. With the second effort. Kicks it out to Collins. No good from outside. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. First free throw is good. And Rose drops them both. Up in time. No good on that one. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Hawks lead by 12. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And from the most recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Dwayne Casey.
All we got to do is move the basketball. The ball will find the right person. All right? Get it from side to side. Don't force it.
Greg, you can tell he wants his guys to work harder specifically in how they pass the ball.
I mean, it's just basic basketball. When you swing the ball around, the floor is going to open up.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the floor for Detroit here in the 4th. Doumbouya is out there with Maker. Then it's Rose. Then there's Brown. And it's Henson in at the 5 spot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Now, here's Doumbouya. Not a lot of room. Bucket is good.
Oh, good interior offense. Those passes have to be right on target.
The Hawks leading by 11. Teague left side. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Well, Jeff Teague is one of the tougher players in the league despite his size, and he did a good job finishing through the contact.
And so it's Rose bringing it up for Detroit. Rebounded by the Hawks. Collins has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Herter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Sekou Doumbouya.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And so he makes both from the line. Pistons trail by 15. Right side Rose. Over Collins. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Rose has got 17 now, just in the second half. The Hawk shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Teague kicks to Collins. Back to Teague. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
And Teague is just so calm and collected when he gets near the rim.
The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Now here's Henson. Pass to Rose. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from 14. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
How about this turnaround? He played a fringe role in the first half, and now he's the man for them.
Here's Bembry. Back to Teague. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
And Teague just so creative in how he finishes around tough D when it's thrown his way.
Here's Rose. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
He had to battle through some tough shooting problems in the first half. I mean, give him credit. It's been much easier for him in the second.
Teague, the pass to Capella. Here's Herter, defended by Henson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Sekou Doumbouya.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Hunter's checked in for the Hawks. And then for Detroit, Blake Griffin comes in for Thon Maker. And it's Kennard in for Brown. Both good from the line that time. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Teague. Fast break, the Hawks. Here's Herter. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
And here's Rose. Passes to Henson. Here's Kennard. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Oh, man. Well, now he's going to be walking a tight line. I mean, one more foul, his night is a wrap.
Reddish, he's checked in for Kevin Herter. Here's Kennard. Here's Henson. Buries it down low.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
The Hawks leading by 15. Pass to Capella. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Teague for 3. Rebound, Detroit. Here's Griffin. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And the quickness of Griffin is so impressive. When the break is on, he uses it to burn the defense.
And Teague, here we go. And it's slammed in by Teague.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to hammer it down.
Here is Rose after the basket by Atlanta. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Now here's Hunter. To the inside. Stolen by Dumboya. Oh, here we go with Griffin. Nobody back there. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
I love whenever Griffin finishes with power. I mean, he's showing he's not to be messed with close to the basket.
And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. The pass to Capella. To the paint, stolen by Henson. Here's Dumboya. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 5 assists tonight.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Hawks leading by 9. Now Teague. Here's Reddish. And he gets it to go. Reddish has got 26.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Exactly. Give it to the guy with the hot hand as long as you can. Let him try to close this out.
Here's Rose. Following the basket by Cam Reddish. Rose against Teague. Here's Kennard. The 10-footer. And Detroit again with the bucket.
And when you thought this fourth quarter was simply a formality, all of a sudden the offense picks up, and now we have a game.
Now here's Teague. Pass to Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Here's Rose. Pass to Henson. And John Henson with the slam. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 13 rebounds.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope. His only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now, here's Collins. Back to Teague. Inside. Here's Capella. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, to me, Clint Capella is a classic center. I mean, I love his hands. Great footwork. I mean, he takes what is given to him. He plays inside, protects the rim. And if you throw it up, he'll finish it with authority.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And with Capella, that finishing and rebounding are key to his game.
Yeah, and he's only going to keep getting better, Kevin, which is a scary prospect for every other center in the NBA.
Young's checked in for Atlanta. All free throws good from Capella.
I just love the production Capella gives this team. I mean, it is absolutely fantastic. He's their defensive anchor. He finishes off with oops, and he can make nice passes out the pick and roll.
Here's Kennard. He kicks it to Dumboya. Pass to Griffin. Clock at 6. From deep three-point range. No good. Shot missing. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Collins wide open. He fires. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Yeah, D like that isn't going to get you back in the game. You have to stay connected to these shooters.
And here's Rose after the three-pointer from John Collins. Griffin against Collins. Right side, Griffin. Collins with some nice D.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points. And with the game he's having, there's no doubt he'll be the guy they lean on to protect the lead.
Young with the steal. Down low, Reddish takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Rose. That one's off, still out of sync. The Hawks leading by 18. Hunter kicks to Reddish. Here's Kennard, defended by Young. Here's Henson, and slam dunk by Henson.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Now, here is Young. In the corner, Collins with it. Back to Capella. Young passes to Reddish. 5 to shoot. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Doumbouya. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Cam Reddish.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And the first one at the line is good. He hits both from the stripe. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. And there's the pass to Capella. Right wing. Collins in the post. Griffin on him. Shots good from Young.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. And he may not have gotten the same attention as some of the other picks back in the 2017 draft, Greg, but John Collins out of Wake Forest has been outstanding thus far in his career.
Really one of the league's best kept secrets. Tremendous athleticism, also great hands, and just has a knack for moving to the open spot around that rim.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Jeff Teague.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
And at last, he gets a little redemption. You know, it's been several games since he's been at his best. He's really been having a tough time. Now, here's Doumbouya. Pass to Kennard. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Unstoppable. He has got it on automatic out there.
The Hawks leading by 13. Young with the ball. To the inside. Here's Capella. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
He's been there for them, but they haven't needed him much.
Pistons trail by 15. Right side Rose. Here's Doumbouya. The three-pointer no good. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Rose. Here's Kennard, defended by Young. Got a piece of it. Young with the steal. And here's Reddish. To the middle, deflects the pass. Stolen by Doumbouya.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Atlanta.
Starting five must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jeff Teague.
Wow, he owned this game. He never stopped working. He did it all for them, and you can't help but admire that kind of effort.
And the free throw, no good. Atlanta leading by 13. Reddish the pass to Young. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Rose. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Rose has got 26 points.
And Derrick Rose so quick out of the gates. When he sees open floor ahead, he's at full sprint in the blink of an eye.
Now here is Young. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 5. From deep. From beyond the arc and then some. And the Hawks lead by 14.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
And here's Rose, following the three-pointer by Trae Young. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Oh, you know the University of Oklahoma has produced its share of great players of the year, but Blake Griffin has to be the best of the bunch.
First one falls for him. Blake Griffin hits them both. 43 seconds left in the fourth. Young against Knight. Passes it to Graham. Launches a three. It's hauled in by Wood. Knight looking it over. Detman with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Mikhailuk. They get it back. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The free throw drops for Griffin. He doesn't get the second one. Now here is Carter. Now Young. There's the pass to Fernando. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.